because, so you level an entire city with your retarded cells because, that's collateral damage. That's not. Do you understand? Have you ever been to war?
I'm in war right now.
Okay, so the Jews were able. Hold on, Israel, the Zionists. Let me stop calling them the Jews. Were able to pinpoint Hamas or was it a Hamas leader, and they killed him in his bed? Was it an Iranian leader? They killed him in his bedroom and didn't destroy anything around it. So they have that capability to do so. So tell me this: how is people going to line up for food and being picked off and being shot and having cans booby trapped? How are you? How are those people at war with you? These little children who are looking for food.
So that's a great example. So the IDF, right, have done airstrikes inside of Lebanon, inside of Syria, and also inside of Iran. All of those airstrikes that happen are the same techniques, the same IDF. The only difference is the civilian casualties. What's the difference? Is that the Hamas hides behind these civilian casualties, as were Hezbollah, the Iranians, and the Houthis, and
what is he talking about?
Themselves.
I know what he's talking about. I'm about to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the only reason why there's civilian casualties
in
Gaza is mainly because of Hamas hiding behind them. But in other places, you can see those same civilian casualties.
Okay, so you're saying that Hamas is hiding behind you. Now, let me ask you something. Israel's air defense systems, did they set those up amongst civilian populations?
Air defense systems?
Yeah, you got to be familiar with the Golden Dome, the Iron Dome.
They have to be in civilian. That's the whole point.
Right. Oh, okay. So they have to be in civilian spots. So if we were to try to bomb your air defense system and kill, because we do have Jewish people that are claiming that their children are being killed and civilians are being killed, it's okay because it's just collateral damage, right?
I mean, yeah, you could, if you're on the side of Hamas or Iran.
No, I'm not asking about a side. I'm being consistent with what you're saying. Is that these people are hiding behind civilians. I think that if you plant your military equipment in civilian populations, that's you hiding. See, it's always this gaslighting with the Jews. Y'all do something, then you claim other people did it. Like these people that you're killing, right now, they are not Hamas. The people that are lining up to go get food, there's no Hamas hiding behind them.
They are.
Prove it.
Prove that they're not.
That's not how it works. You made a claim, so prove it. Give the evidence that Hamas is hiding in these hospitals and in these homes and in these bakeries, right?
I could do that. Yeah, I could give you that. So one point is saying that everyone in Gaza is complicit to October 7th, right? Which makes them combatants.
Yeah, that's
to the movement. Everyone's complicit. That's number one. Number two is saying
stupid.
that inside of homes throughout Hamas, there's military equipment, there's bombs, there's RPGs, there's guns, there's bulletproof vests, all types of things throughout it. The people in Gaza are complicit with the military activity of Hamas, and so they're just as much of a part as anyone else, unfortunately.
You ain't giving no proof. You just made it.
I mean, what do you want me to put a bunch of articles in the chat?
Yeah, I want you to stop lying. If it's actually proven that these people who are lining up for food are nothing more than shields for Hamas, there should be evidence for it. Where's the evidence?
There's tons of evidence that Hamas.
All right, we'll stop talking. Show us, Rabbi. Show us.
I'm a celebrity. I don't do research.
Right, that's what I thought.
If you don't believe me,
yeah,
you don't have to believe me.
You're not a celebrity.
You can find out in 10 seconds.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's how you cook it.
Do you think being an influencer is going to become the next president?
Hey, what's up, Luna? And
hey guys, hey everyone.
Do you think Black Rabbi is a celebrity?
He's not a celebrities don't be on Clubhouse. Celebrities don't be on Clubhouse with 17.
Excuse me. Come on, man. Caliph, do you think Black Rabbi is a celebrity?
Caleb's licking his one.
Black Rabbi, are you breathing like that?
I mean, it kind of doesn't even want to have an opinion right now because he don't say he have no celebrity. Next.
Why are you breathing like that?
He over there eating that.
I'm telling you, he put on weight, I can tell.
He looked like a pork. He looked like a pork chop for real.
All of the people in Gaza are complicit. Like that's crazy. Are you understand? Are you familiar with the Geneva Convention, Black Rabbi?
Yeah, it's the work with the United Nations.
Okay. Do you think that Israel should play fair with the rest of the world and abide by the Geneva Convention when they get into these wars, or do they play by a different set of rules?
I think Israel needs to be complicit with the United States policy.
That's not what I asked. Respectfully.
I'm saying there's no other.
Okay. United States policy is to abide by the Geneva Convention, correct?
No.
Oh, it's not? I was a soldier. I was actually in the army, so I know you're a liar, right? And there are strict rules about engagement when you're in combat and who you're allowed to target, even with collateral damage. Hold up, brother, because you ain't never. Hold up, brother, you ain't never strapped up no boots. You ain't never put on no uniform. You only sit back and you listen to what your daddy tell you to say. So listen to me. I'm telling you, the Geneva Convention. No, Israel does not, clearly.
Okay, so does the United States support Israel?
Yes, they do, because they are a hypocritical nation as well.
Okay, fine. Do they follow the rules?
No, they do not.
Okay, so you answered your own question.
No, that's not my question. The Geneva Convention, are we required to abide by it? Like, I'm speaking to a grown man, not about what governments are doing. All these governments are doing wicked crap. They make rules and they break the rules. But even within these rules that were set, is Israel obligated to abide by them like the rest of the world is? Yes or no?
Israel needs to abide by United States policy.
I need that on record. Israel needs to abide by United States policy. And what exactly is United States policy when it comes to the Geneva Convention in wartime and dealing with civilians? What is it?
I'll do research and come back and tell you.
Okay, appreciate you. Do that. Let me know.
Caleb,
Such a fat liar.
Caleb, do you think Black Rabbi is a genuine person or he's a dishonest rabbi? Caleb?
But Amir, he has to be dishonest, otherwise they will send him on a flight back to America. They don't want him there. This is the problem.
No,
He
I
can't
wanna
say
hear
anything.
because
He can't say anything against them.
Caleb is a rabbi. Black rabbi claims to be a rabbi. Caleb, do you think Black Rabbi is a rabbi?
And I've looked into his certificates. They're legitimate, but I think he's P.T. Barnum.
Is what, sorry, Caleb?
P.T. Barnum.
Oh,
What is PT?
He's do a circus, the best showman, like a showman.
Oh,
Have you seen that he doesn't act like
he's like a car salesman.
Yeah, that's what they think all black people are good for, dancing and entertaining. That's what they say.
basically, they need you when they need you, clearly.
Yeah, what were you saying, Caleb? That he's the best car salesman? He sells it to the public? What Zionism is?
Look, buyer beware, right?
I mean, but do you disagree with him, though? Or
So
y'all-
he sells. So
Yes.
he's the best seller to.
Yes,
he
I do
sells.
disagree.
So he's the best candidate to sell Zionism to people. Okay, cool.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, what'd you say?
No, he's been sent to sell it to.
Well,
I said he's a
He's the
hustler.
best puppet, basically.
hang on, guys. Please allow Caleb to
He's a
speak.
charlatan.
I see the child. Okay.
So what makes me a charlatan?
You. This is we can have a private conversation another
No,
time.
you said it.
We don't have to fight in front of.
I'm not fighting.
We don't have to fight in front of the kids.
I'm not fighting. You have a right to you said it publicly.
I'm an adult, by the way. I'm not a kid.
Yeah, but I'm saying
No,
if
why
you
you
feel
put it as
like I'm
like
doing
this?
something,
Yeah, stand on what you said, Caleb. Tell us how he is charlatan.
yeah, it's substantiated.
Called him a charlatan.
What is charlatan? Can you guys give me? See, English is my fifth language.
Yeah, a charlatan is somebody is used to talk about somebody who's like a pseudo teacher, somebody who's like they want to draw people to themselves as like this supreme.
Fake. Someone fake.
Yeah, pseudo, fake pseudo, yeah.
Basically.
But But they have secret interpretations. Charlatans especially have secret interpretations of stuff, and they make people come to them in order to get the information. You know, kind of like what Caleb was saying earlier, right? Caleb, I was asking him for information, and he's like, "Well, we have it, but I'm not going to give it to you." You know, he's.
Put it this way: if I was white, he would never said that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's the,
I actually agree with you.
like I'm completely.
Black Rabbi, can I be honest with you? Look, after
Let me finish. I'm completely in line with the teachings of the tradition, right? I have an impeccable reputation in terms of teaching, right, for years. And so he wants to come on a public platform and say that. I'm saying this is the type of racism that I myself.
I agree with him. I agree with him right
That's
there.
what I have to do.
Oh,
That's what I have
one
to
second,
do.
guys. Black Rabbi, you're not getting the point. Earlier on, I asked Caleb if it's a white person that converts to Judaism, right? And he lives inside Israel. Is he a Jew or is he a white? So, you know, he would be considered a Jew. They would not talk about his white color. So, same thing for you. I mean, they would not talk about your skin color. They would just call you a Jew. So you're just a Jew. You nothing to do with the color.
Is that true, Caleb? Is he just a Jew? Or he's just a misled?
He's just a Jew. Nobody talks about the color, right, Caleb?
No. What I'm saying to you is that people in North America are racist, right?
You're just a Jew. You're not black or white.
I understand that, and that's why I'm not a fan.
Yeah, so that's it. Then why are you complaining about the black and white?
No. What I'm saying to you,
Even if they're racist to you, why do you care? I mean, you're just a Jew.
do you think it stopped me from anything?
Like, you know, it doesn't make sense. You're not black anymore. You're just a Jew.
It's not about black or white. My point is like this: is saying that in North America, most of the people in general are racist, right? Now
That's right, right? The way I said it. Is it true?
And I'm saying most, and there's racism within the Jewish community. So he feels obliged to attack me for whatever reason. I've never, you know, he doesn't know anything about what I'm doing. I'm a mainstream teacher. I've never heard about Caleb. You
No,
guys
I did hear from Chucky that you're a bullshitter on day one. He came into a room, he said you're a fraud, he charged $5,000.
He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that.
No, he said it on day one, and he's the one that you blocked. Remember you told us that you blocked him, he's a weirdo?
Anyways,
On Instagram, you blocked him because you kept him
I
messaging.
think it was Facebook. It was Facebook.
Yeah, it was Facebook.
Either way, I don't know Chucky in person either. The point is that
No, but he met you in person. You met him
Man,
in
y'all
person.
Jews, y'all gotta get on the same page, bro. This is confusing.
Inside inside Israel.
Anybody can say
The
that.
Muslims in Israel.
Caleb, hold on. Caleb, was I right? Was I right about the color thing?
What I'm saying is just saying that I just want you guys to see the type of attacks that I take.
You're not coloring. There's no more color involved. You're just
He has it tougher over there as a black Jew. I agree. But according to Caleb, that doesn't matter though. Caleb said that doesn't matter. Caleb said if you're a Jew,
The people like Caleb are the most racist because
no. He's not racist. I never seen Caleb be racist like that.
I'm explaining to you.
No, he's a good person. Even though he calls me anti-Semitic, I don't care.
he's been very nice and kind today.
It's bigger than what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying is white liberals in general.
Why are you targeting Caleb? He's a good person.
No, it's not about Caleb. It's about white liberals. Okay?
Caleb, am I right about this whiteness, right? There's no more blackness or whiteness, right? As soon as you're
He sound like he under the New Testament. Nor Jew nor Gentile.
Holy Land, that's it. You're just a Jew. There's no more colors.
I'm saying white liberals only understand African Americans from a place of rescue. Right?
True.
There's a black person.
They didn't rescue you from Los Angeles. You were living your life in Los Angeles. What the fuck you on about?
I'm living my life down in Jerusalem. But the point is just
No, we moved. So they didn't rescue you from anyone.
just chill out. The point is just saying, so white
They
liberals
didn't. You see, deflection.
they only understand black.
He's claiming to be Ethiopian Jew or something that they rescued or whatever. You're not Ethiopian, bro. Respectfully, you're from Los Angeles. You were living your life. You were fucking famous on streets of Los Angeles.
Learn wisdom and inquire yourself.
Wisdom.
What I'm saying is that these white liberals, they only understand black.
Caleb is not white. He's just a Jew. He's not white.
And so wait. So when they see a black person in leadership, it bothers them, right?
Caleb, I think we should do a room on this. If you're Jew, why doesn't this?
Let me finish. They have a problem with that, and so their way of deflecting black male leadership is to say, "Oh, well, he's a convert, and I'm a Jew," right? And that's why you see in most mainstream Jewish organizations in America, you will not see black leadership. You will not see African American black Jews or African Jews in leadership positions, or even Sephardic for that matter, right? Because this is the
that's true.
right? So he will come on this thing and say, "Oh, he's a charlatan." Well, why am I a charlatan? Why? Because am I teaching wrong things about the Torah? Am I misleading people? Well, he said, "But no, there's no reason. He's white, and he feels he can say that to me because he's better than me. He's more Jewish than I am." Right?
Well, can we do this, Black? Hey, Black Rabbi.
Platform and do that. Yeah.
Hey, Black Rabbi, can we do this? Hey, Caleb, could you give some specifics as to why you believe Black Rabbi is a charlatan?
Yeah, I just think he's selling a load of crap, right? And I think he knows it's a load of crap. And it's all self.
Particularly, what is the...
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this idea of being, I'll be the chief rabbi to the African Americans, right? Like this whole idea of the self-aggrandizing, right? Like I don't trust people who are self-aggrandizing that way.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. So you basically say he took a position upon himself, and that's what you have a problem with, is him claiming to be the rabbi to Black America.
Anybody can claim anything, but I get to have an opinion about that, and I just think that's like a self-promotion. That's a self-promotion.
Yeah, so this is an issue with feeble white men when they're around black men who they thought they were better than achieve levels that they didn't. There was an organization formed in Africa, the African Jewish Federation, that was formed by a series of rabbis, over 130 NGOs, and they are governing that area because there's all these people throughout that continent that perceive themselves as being descendants of the tribes of Israel. And so no other Jewish organization is dealing with that, so they decided to deal with that a couple years ago. Part of it is that they asked me to be a part of their organization and help them deal with many of the African Americans who are in diaspora who feel they're also descendants from those tribes through the transatlantic slave trade via the west of Africa, right? So they asked
so real fast, Black Rabbi, so you do agree that being Israelite has something to do with actually descending from the man that we call Jacob, right? It's not just, people can, convert who are not descendants, but if we get back to the base of it, it's the people who actually descend from there, and they developed a certain lifestyle, culture, religion, and there's other people who can be grafted in.
What I'm saying is saying that there's millions of people in Africa that perceive themselves as being descendants of the tribes of Israel. There are rabbis that I knew personally here from Israel who went to the top yeshivot and also became rabbis in top programs here, who I happen to be African as well, went back to Africa, went back to Congo, Namibia, even places in Nigeria, and they went back and they developed offices and they started helping people, in different issues or whatever. And so they asked me to support and be a part of them and help bridge the gap for them with African Americans in North America who also feel that they're part of this lineage. So some little prick like this, right, comes around and says, "Oh, well, you're trying to self-aggrandize yourself." I don't need that for self-aggrandizement. I'm already on. I've been in the media for the last 8 years. Okay, so it's not like all of a sudden because I'm a part of this one organization and they have this particular thing and this is the way they want to give me a title as a reference to them, makes it seem like I'm out doing that. But again, jealouses, feeble white men, white liberals that come around and they have a problem with African Americans who don't need their rescue. Now, if I was sitting up here and I was homosexual, or if I was sitting around here talking about, Israel's apartheid and this is other BS, he would be cheering for me. But because I'm a man, because I know who I am in Torah, and I stand tall in Torah, and he's beneath me in Torah, okay? He's not at my level. He's not at my veracity of closeness to God. He's beneath me. He believes in gay marriage, right? So we're not even in the same stratosphere of closeness to Hashem, right? But he feels empowered because of his whiteness that he can come here and degrade me on something that he
He's
was.
not white. He's just a Jew.
He doesn't. He didn't come. He didn't come to me and say, "Hey, why do you have that?" He didn't come to me. He didn't come to me and say, "Hey, why did you get that title?
Man? Why
Why do you have this title? Who are you working with? Where'd you get it?" He didn't say that. He says he's just a show off nigga, and he's a show off nigga in the Jewish community. That's what he's doing. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
He said that, Caliph?
Yeah, he said he tapped out.
He's he's just showing off and aggrandizing. He's a charlatan.
Wow.
This is how white people deal with black people, period, whether they're Jewish or not Jewish. Unless we are acting in an obedient way that they think we should, we are a nigger or we are obedient to them.
Hey, Black Rabbi, you got a point, because when I brought up just the idea that I was an Israelite, the first thing he asked me was if I was a part of the Black Hebrew Israelite camps. Right? And it tells you that they have this, what do I want to call it? They have this idea that
just really quick, I don't want to cut you off, brother, but you understand, he's saying that so you guys don't listen to me. This is how wicked this man is. Why would he come in here and say to you guys, a group of Jews that
Even Black Rabbi made for mock the Hebrew Israelite, by the way. He has done it multiple times in my room. He said there is all fake, it's bogus. He has said it multiple times, so don't take him seriously.
No, I actually agree that some of the Hebrew Israelite camps are bogus. Like, a lot of it is, there's also having dream one.
Mocks all of them, mocks them.
You understand, these people do not want you, whether there's these pro-Palestinian people, like you see with Amir, or people like Caleb, who are white liberals, who...
He's not white, man.
Regardless of these two people, they do not want you listening to me.
Yeah, but why can't he just have it
because I challenge the matrix. They want you to
that was racist too.
Because in order for
Rabbi, why can't he have his own belief of what he believes it means to be a Jew? He has it's just like Islam.
I'm not listening to
We can't just make up our own definitions, Like, we can't just say, hey, I think a Jew is this, so therefore I'm going to determine that anybody who doesn't live up to this is not a Jew. That's what I was pointing out with the brother.
That's what they do.
Right.
And that's what Rabbi does. Rabbi doesn't say. Ramon, I don't know how many times you've been in this room with this guy, but he has sat down with these people and said, "You're not Jewish. You're not Jewish. You're not Jewish." Rabbi says it to them.
Because they're not. They're not.
So they say this to each other. That's what I'm saying. And so now that the guy's not here to defend himself, Rabbi's going to try to say, "Well, my side is 100% right." No, because that guy said his side is 100% right.
These people who believe in homosexuality in Judaism, these people who believe in this pluralism, as you got all these types of things, these are the people who hate black men who have opinions that are strong, that are leaders. They hate us.
He left? Oh, thank God. Being nice to him was hard.
No, he probably got disconnected. He'll be back.
Caleb, do you want to
He's like
respond
a bad
to
penny.
this,
He'll be back.
What he said? He said a lot of bullshit.
Free Palestine.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Inshallah.
Caleb, do you want to respond? Yeah, that's the part I don't.
Yeah, he wrote it in the chat. He said he's misrepresenting me entirely. He's actually the racist one. That's what Caleb said in the chat.
Yeah, I asked Caleb this question earlier, that let's say if it's a white person that converts to Judaism, right, and he lives inside Israel, he's no longer white. He's just a Jew. You see what I'm saying? So the whiteness goes away as soon as you convert to Judaism. You're just a Jew.
Yeah, and it's just coincidence that the majority of them over there are white. I mean, it's just a coincidence. It's not by design or anything.
Right, but Ramon, you gotta watch out with Black Rabbi, because he uses that as an advantage to him. Like he'll say some white supremacist shit, right? And especially with women of color, if he doesn't like their take, he'll call us like, oh, baby mamas, where's your husband? How many children you got?
Oh yeah, I believe you. I've heard a lot. I'm familiar with him. Trust me. I know. you got some people who.
Right. In one hand, he'll call somebody a racist real fast. But on the other hand, he could be a racist to other black or brown people.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not falling for none of their tricks. That's why I said I'm not one of those who, just because you say you the black rabbi and black people, like, you got to show me. And if you can't answer questions that I have, you can't be my rabbi. If I'm asking you, if I got more information and knowledge than you, why should I come under you as your rabbi? Now, I don't want you to come under me. I don't want to be anybody's rabbi, because what happens a lot of times is you get dragged into people's mess that ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens.
Yeah, but he's not saying he's a rabbi to blacks. He's saying he's black and he's a rabbi because he had like a white wife.
No. He said it before that he is the rabbi to the black African American.
Yeah, see, that's a new one to me. I mean, we've talked to him a long time, and he's a rabbi to the white people, and he married a white lady, and all this stuff as well. So all of a sudden now he's going to the black people. Okay, now he's
I have to find the recording.
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey or some bullshit.
And you know what? That'd be cool if you just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I feel. If you're an actual leader, you don't have to go around telling people, hey, I'm your leader. You're going to lead by example. And if you tell them the truth, people naturally going to follow the truth. And you shouldn't see it as them following you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fallible. The stuff that's going on.
I agree that I do agree with Caleb. I just wanted them to both fight. He is a charlatan. I think he uses Judaism as a scam, as a scheme, or something. Like, I don't know. It's the way he does it. It reminds me of those pastors that be evangelizing on TV, like Joel Osteen and stuff.
Television.
That's what he reminds me of. Yeah,
I need a bigger plane. Put the money in the hat. I need a bigger plane.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's why I said when he first was in that, like, him and people like Ariel, like, y'all go over trying to represent.
This is just a tool for, using copyright infringement as a way to stop stuff, where the point isn't really that your voice or your face has commercial value. The point is rather it just becomes a really good mechanism for shutting down uses for misinformation that would otherwise be difficult or more difficult to shut down. But again, as we've already said, the question there is going to be,